This is one of the central puzzles of this house. Was it built by the Dutch or by the Chinese? The title deeds are not definitive because the title deeds date to 1799. They could have been built by the Dutch, and there are some very strong indications of Dutch architecture. But there are also indications of Chinese influence. This is how, in the old days, they knew whose house it was, because of the surname on the lantern. And this first altar, it actually encapsulates the values that the Tan family cherish. Spirit of righteousness, integrity and loyalty, compassion and mercy, all within the first hall. As you know, Puranakans are known as OCBC, Orang Cina Bukan Cina. But as you know, we are very traditional followers of Confucius. So there are between 12 to 13 ceremonies a year. And today is one of them, which is why I'm here. Okay? And one of the central tenets of Confucianism is this ritual known as ancestral remembrance. Okay? So that's why I am here. And then, because I'm chairperson of United Malacca, I come here also for meetings. So I come here all the time, and I regard this house as the house has to be shared with a wider family. So you have any number of cousins, always come here, and also friends who enjoy coming to Malacca. This is Tan Chun Bok, grandfather of Tan Cheng Lok. Actually, the charm of this house is the fact that grandfather had a tremendous sense of history. All the photographs are captioned, almost all, and some are very historic. This is the wedding photo of my aunt, because my aunt got married in this house in April 1935. And when she got married, this was the first major renovation of this house. And it was also then, I think in 1935, that they installed the lights. Because before that, they did not have lighting. Inside. They used gas lamps or candles, yes. But 1935, because of the wedding, they installed all these lights. And all these lights were brought from London via Singapore. Now, this is the spiritual heart of the house, because this is where we do the ancestral remembrance ceremony. This is the portrait of the wife of the first ancestor. First ancestor came here 1771 to 1775. She was already resident in this, in Malacca. And then in that receptacle is the soul tablets. Soul tablets of Chun Bok and the wife, Kiong An and the wife, Cheng Lok and the wife, and the brown one is my father. Now this arch is also very Western. Because Chinese don't have this kind of arch, they have a moon gate. The importance of this arch is the bricks. These salmon pink bricks were actually from Holland, brought on Dutch ships. And then when they came to Malacca, they offloaded these bricks, and all the Dutch buildings like Christchurch, Stadthuis, apparently is built using this. And in place of the bricks, they took the spices and went back to Holland. Okay, so this is one very clear, this is among several indications that this house was built by the Dutch. But courtyards are not part of Dutch vocabulary of Dutch architecture. It's very Chinese, and it's a very square one. And even the flow of the water, my co-author said, actually follows the principles of feng shui. Okay. Now this is where my grandfather wrote his speeches. And grandfather was a very staunch follower of events in China. So with the founding of the Republic of China in 1911, and then after that, 1920s, 1935, Japanese waged war on China. So my grandfather raised funds. This is a cupboard, and this cupboard is a built-in cupboard. It's another indication that this house is Dutch, because Dutch have this kind of cupboards. Chinese do not. They have cabinets, you know. But this is a well. Malacca, all houses in Malacca actually have 2 wells because Malacca used to suffer from drought. So actually in 1981, I think, when Malacca had drought, we actually reactivated the well. So we had water to wash. You need to wash the house. It's a bit salty, so you can't really drink it, but at least you have water to wash. Okay? This is the 3rd courtyard. And now this tree is very special because it was planted when Cheng Lock was born in 1883. It is a jambu ayah tree. The fruits are green and it's still fruiting. This is where the sea used to flow underneath. This part is built on stilts. As you can see, it's actually 1 level. This part is built on stilts. Sea used to flow underneath. There was a trapdoor. When we renovated, we did away with the trapdoor, was no point. Okay? But my grandfather could open the trapdoor, lower himself out and go out to sea. Okay? And that last time, before the Malacca government used this for housing, we used to have a fantastic sea breeze because the sea breeze would come right through. See, now we don't get the sea breeze, and that's why it's now so hot and humid, you know, because it's been blocked. Careful, because it's quite steep, and the steps are very narrow. And this is a 2nd guest room, and this is highlighted in the book. This is the bed that Tunku used to sleep on. And Tunku wrote in his column that, you know, every time he came to Malacca, my grandfather insisted that he stay with him in this house. Tunku said he didn't have the heart to tell my grandfather that this bed was very uncomfortable, creaked a lot, and he never had a good night's sleep every time he stayed here. But he was just too kind-hearted to tell my grandfather, you need to get a better bed. But I thought it's nice to show this bed. This is my aunt and the husband. She was my grandfather's 1st daughter, very, very beautiful, and the 1st wedding in the family. She married Cheng Lock's best friend's son. So it was like the wedding of the year. Now this is the bridal chamber. So grandparents turned into a bridal chamber, and then after the wedding, the bridal couple went to stay with the paternal side, right? And grandparents moved in here. Now this is actually a fantastic suite because you see all the furniture and the lights. You know. And this is part of my grandfather's collection of books, which I have had catalogued. And the person who catalogued it did a very good job because not only they catalogued it, they classified it, how many percent on Chinese history, on Chinese literature, on religion, on health and things. It's all my grandfather's books.